Hi, this is Phil from EuropeAlternatives.com. Hope you're doing great. In today's video, we want to have a look at a European alternative to Google Photos, which I think is a very interesting aspect of replacing Google Photos because photos by the nature are very personal and deserve some privacy. So let's have a look. As far as I'm aware, at making of this video, there's no commercial alternative here in Europe. If you know a company that should be listed here, please submit it on our page. On the top left, you can just click Submit Company and submit the company. We will verify the company, and then if it fits our criteria for European software companies, we list it on our site. That said, there is a very interesting and actively maintained open source project in this space, which is called Immich. We actually have a second open source alternative listed here, PiwiGo. I've personally no experience with PiwiGo, so I cannot say much about it. I have a lot of experience with Immich, so I can tell you a lot about Immich. First, for non-technical users, let's head over to the website, take a look at Immich, and then go to the GitHub repository, which is more for technical users. And then in the very end, we'll have a look at managed hosting, which we also have listed here on the website, which then again is more for non-technical users. So on the website, let's scroll down a bit. You see the user interface of Immich, and the big advantage for Immich is, especially if you really come from Google Photos, very similar to Amazon Photos also, is the interface. The interface is basically one-to-one Google Photos. If you look on the left side, you have different features. Photos is basically a stream of your photos sorted by date. And on the right side, where you see these dates, 23, 21, you can scrub through the entire feed and very quickly find matching photos like of a given year. I'm not sure, like 2016 or something, which is very nice. Immich also has native mobile apps, which work great. I've used the iOS one extensively. On the left side, then we have an Explore tab, which really is more of a search in my experience. You can search by location, you can filter by date, people on the photo, etc., etc. Having said people, Immich is very good at recognizing faces. So it has a component for machine learning. Many people would say AI, that basically lets you tag people and group them into one person, right? So you can take different photos of people at different stages in their life, like at different ages, and then you can merge them into one person. And it is very good at recognizing people even at different ages, in my experience. The map feature is one I have not used personally a lot. It pulls the location data from your photos and then shows you a beautiful map of where you've been and where you've taken photos. Sharing, for sharing photos with friends and family. Favorites, you can simply heart different photos here, which is nice to make a quick selection. For example, if you want to create a photo album or similar, then albums is obviously similar to just using folders or something. And archive and trash is nothing special in that regard. So let's head over to the GitHub repository. GitHub, interesting mostly for more technical people. You can see here by the star count alone, which is not a 100% indicator, but it shows you directionally that Immich is a very big open source project. And if you look at like the last commits 7 minutes ago, you look at the number of contributors, which is enormous for an open source project. Shows that the project will probably be around in a few years, which is a great indicator. And if you scroll down further, you can find links to documentation, to the installation. If you've ever heard of Docker, for example, then you're in the right camp. It is very easy to host Immich yourself. No matter if you have a mini PC lying around at home, a Mac Mini running, if you have a Raspberry Pi, you can host Immich basically anywhere. And if you're not that technical, going back to our page, you can also choose one of the European-based managed hosting providers that will host Immich for you, right? So we have some here. The list is ever growing. If you know a managed service provider that is not here, or if you are a managed service provider, just make sure to submit your service. Again, we verify all entries if they qualify and they meet our criteria, being based in Europe and a few other criteria, then we'll list you here on the site. That's about it. I hope you give Image a try, and see you soon. Bye.